Hi, today we've got Lorraine Balk from RoundPeg. Lorraine, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it very much.
My pleasure. This is fun.
Oh yeah, it's be a blast. So Lorraine, tell me a little bit about your role at RoundPeg and what RoundPeg is really all about.
So we are a digital agency. We are celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. And some days I get to say I'm in charge, and some days I get to empty the litter box for the cats.
Right. You're still in charge.
Yeah, sort of. But basically, what we do is build websites for clients, create social media programs, write blog posts, and we ghost blog for everything from companies that sell beans in glass jars to very high-tech firms. We kind of run the gamut.
Awesome. Very good. Now, you certainly have a lot of experience in terms of time. How big is the team? Where are you based out of? Where are your clients generally based out of? Are they in your locale or are they nationwide, worldwide? Talk to me a little bit about that.
So there are 8 of us. So I have a mixture of skills on the team. We have writers, web design, and graphic people.
Okay.
We are based in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
And I would say that a good percentage of our clients are local.
Okay.
But we work with companies all over the country.
Okay.
And if I got a call from somebody in Canada, I'd be happy to help them too.
Of course. No, that's great. So now design and development, I mean, there's so many different types of platforms, and whether you're a Windows shop or you a PHP, an open source type of a development agency, talk to me about different technologies that your company generally implements in.
So we are exclusively a WordPress shop, and we've been exclusively WordPress for about 8 years now.
Okay.
We standardized on that platform because we work with small businesses, and one of the things that we hear over and over again is they want to be in control. They want to be able to make changes and not be dependent.
Okay.
They like to know that we're there as a safety net, and they can come back and go, hey, Lorraine, we broke this.
Right.
But they really like that, and we have found that to be a great platform to give our clients control and a little bit of independence.
Okay. Awesome.
On the email marketing side, we are a constant contact house.
Okay.
We're master certified, and we like the tool.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Talk to me about the pricing, and again, I understand there's a significant range and it's generally dependent on the requirements, right? Mm-hmm. But, for someone to even pick up the phone and want to contact RoundPeg, generally what type of budget should they have in place before they even try to reach out?
So on a ground zero website, hey, I want a website, or I have ignored my website for 3 or more years and we're going to have to blow it up and start over.
Right.
On that kind of a project, we usually start around $4,500.
Okay.
It may go 5, 6, 10,000 if it's a really big project. Beyond that, there's usually some kind of complexity that we're going to actually refer out to somebody else.
Okay.
Really like that middle range.
Okay.
Good functioning, interactive, lots of downloads, good informative site.
Okay.
But not necessarily a 10,000 piece database for e-commerce. Not where we want to be. Got
it. And do you generally tend to do all your work in-house, or do you also have partners that you sometimes outsource work to for your clients? How does it work?
We like to keep most of the work in-house.
Okay.
And the only time that we will outsource, sometimes a little bit of capacity, if I've got a lot of writing assignments that hit at the same time. I've got some good writers that I have worked with.
I see.
If we can't do something on a website, we're going to refer the client and allow them to build a relationship with the service provider, rather than us being a middleman, marking it up unnecessarily, and also getting stuck if it doesn't quite work, and then I become a referee. And right. I want to build websites, I want to do marketing, I don't want to referee.
Got it. Well, let's talk a little bit about, generally people want to go ahead and get a website done, or, do some print and creative work done. And then after that, it's all about marketing. right? It's about, like you said, content generation, maybe some social marketing. Do you get involved in things like SEO, pay-per-click? Do you get involved in any of that? Or is that more of one of those relationships that you also kind of refer on, say, hey, here are some referrals, and, you know, deal with them directly?
So when it comes to good SEO, it starts with great content on your website. And that is, in my opinion, and kind of what Google has said recently, an ongoing process. You have to continue to be adding new information. And so that's where our blogging comes in, because we do work with companies to continue to create new innovative information.
Okay.
And we do some baseline SEO. We have some tools that we use to help create meta tags and page titles and good descriptions for search engines.
Okay.
And for the vast majority of our clients, that's a really good fit. We do social media programs. We do email marketing programs. On Facebook, we're doing a lot of advertising right now. Okay. But we are not doing a lot with pay-per-click. But we do have a wonderful partnership. And again, finding somebody that really does that well. Right. Michelle's been doing AdWords for probably 6 years. She has gone through every test, every certification. If I can give my clients the very best in AdWords, if they need that, that's a much better fit for me. For sure, for sure. So it sounds like you have a lot of things that are going right? Talk to me a common theme of what's going wrong. I mean, what do you generally hear from your customers that they wish were a little different, or maybe that they've already addressed and, you know, you've already addressed it and, you know, rectified it? But what was a common theme that you heard from your customers in terms of room for improvement? I think in general, where they feel like and kind of the pain point maybe that brings them to us is the lack of consistency. Okay. The fact that the internet demands consistency, and the life of a small business is anything but. Sure. You know, if you want to build a Facebook community, you have to do that. The other day, if you want to be on Twitter, you have to be on Twitter multiple times a day. Sure. So that's a common pain point where there just isn't enough time, and they're looking for someone that can kind of help them create a system, create a process, and automate some of that. Right. And for small businesses, I mean, budgets are important. I mean, making sure that they get an ROI is important. I mean, they're a small budget, like you said, nothing is consistent in their lives. So one thing they would like to see is an ROI. So therefore, talk to me about a particular case study, someone who actually engaged with RoundPeg, you know, and after a certain period of time achieved significant success, either in terms of time savings or dollars or, you know, whatever the return was. You know, give us a case study. So one of my favorite is a company that, and there's a case, we have several case studies on our website so people can go and read them as well. But Randall Beans, they came to us, they had about 400 people on their email list. That's a pretty small list for a company that wants to sell beans in 2/3 of the states in the U.S. And we came up with a program working with external recipe developers, creating new innovative recipes using beans, promoting those on social media, and using that as a way to attract people and collect email addresses. And I think the last time I looked, we were, you know, and people come and go, but we have probably, where they had 400 people on their list, we probably get 200 new people who download a cookbook every month. And we're probably 6,000 or 7,000 names on their list who regularly open and read. And that's all great. But we're also now, they're certainly seeing increases in sales, increases in awareness. We have a small online store, and so we also are tracking, we built that for them. They sell beans in states where they never could. Sure. That's one of my favorites. Sure. I have another client where we count the number of people who schedule appointments through the website. Right. And when an average sale for this customer is $4,000 to $6,000, and
Yep.
I'm giving him 50 qualified leads a month.
Mm-hmm.
He's closing a significant portion of them.
Sure.
I'm going to say there's a good ROI.
Sure, sure. And so to go from 200 to 6,000, you know, how long did that take, and what are generally on average cost them to do that, you know, as a reference point?
You know, and it varies. We've been working with them now for 5 years. We're doing a lot of different things. So if we're picking up 200 new people a month now, so
Yep.
we're picking up about 2,500, but you're going to lose some. So maybe we're picking up 2,000 names a year.
Let's say.
And so that's a, you know, that's a good indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Our programs range $1,500 to $5,000 depending on, are we blogging? Are we hiring external recipe developers? Are we doing 1 email a month or 4 emails a month?
But that's what it takes, right? At the end of the day, to get 2,000 additional followers, essentially, you're saying, hey, it's a cost of about ranging anywhere from $4,000 or $5,000 a month, is what you're telling me.
And there is a difference between a follower on Facebook and an email subscriber. In general, the research shows that you will get 3 times as good a response rate from your email list than from a casual follower.
Sure.
And so, you know, we have to make choices where we decide, are we going to advertise to grow the Facebook fans?
Yep.
Or we advertise to grow the email list?
Right.
I'm always going to bias on let's build the list, let's build the list.
Right. Well, you've got a strong expertise on the constant contact side too, so that would make perfect sense. Okay, so you know, I think I've learned a lot today from you today in reference to RoundPeg. So if someone wants to potentially get a quote or wants to learn more about your services outside of what they learned from this video today, and how do they go about doing it? Is it through the website? Do they just pick up a phone call? Use their sales rep? What's the best process?
So there's a ton of information on our website, and if they just kind of want to browse around, kick the tires, read case studies, get inside our head a little bit, read some of our blog posts, I'm always open to a phone call. And when the phone rings at RoundPeg, we have a rule: it rings once.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't go to voicemail, and you don't get stuck in a telephone tree. So if somebody wants to talk to me about their business, I'm 1 ring away.
Does that apply for service too? Does that rule apply for service too?
If you now, I may not always be the best person to talk to if you're
understood, right?
But phones get answered on the first ring, and somebody will talk to you during business hours. Now, if you want to call at midnight, you go to voicemail.
Right.
But during business hours, there is no voicemail.
No, I think that's a huge asset to customers, right? And that's why I kind of wanted to make that point, is that, hey, if you're picking up calls on the first ring, or maybe even if it goes to the second or third ring, from a service perspective, that's a big deal. So, you know, if you are looking for an agency, RoundPeg might very well be a very strong option. So certainly give it. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, Lorraine. I appreciate it very much today.
Thank you. This was fun.
It was a blast. Thank you.